Hey Jessica and Alex, this is Jessica Peterson from Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me today, Jessica, and accepting this video. I'm super excited that you did because today I'm going to go through 3 strategies you guys can start applying right away, and it's going to make a huge difference in your business. And I know that it will because we've been applying these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys, and it's making a huge impact in their business. I'm talking hitting goals they didn't even think possible, okay? Right now, you guys are only getting about 36 people on average to your website per month organically. Okay, so that means you're missing out on tons of potential customers, tons of potential traffic, and over 70% of the available jobs in your service area every month by just not having these strategies dialed in. Okay, so today we're going to talk about your content keyword strategy, your citations, and then your backlink SEO. Okay, so as you can see, we are on your website. You do have a good looking website. I like the colors. I like how everything pops. The click to call phone numbers, making it super easy for your customers. I love that because you only get seconds to convert your customers and get them to act, or they're going to bounce. And so they're not going to search for that. So really good job on that, you guys. I like to take this a little bit further. I know you got a form further down the page, but we've noticed if you put a form right here in the hero section on every single page of your website, no matter where a customer lands when they do finally get to your website, we're seeing an 80% increase in conversions by just doing that alone. Okay, so there's just a tidbit for that. Now on to content. So content is key. Google does not rank websites based on appearance. It is based on content. So we need a lot of content on your website, okay? Now, that includes your pages. So Google wants a separate page for every major service that you offer. At a minimum, you need those pages. Google wants each page to be separate so that you can focus an entire page dedicated to that service, explain the service, the processes, answer the most common questions, and hyper-focus on the local keywords for that service, okay? And then, since you guys serve multiple service areas, you can't just list them in the footer. You do need to have separate service area pages for those services so that you can actually be found in those areas, okay? Now, content also includes your videos and images. And so you want to make sure that every image on this website is optimized with those local keywords. So let's look here. Water and fire damage restoration, Austin, Texas. Austin, fire and flood. So yes, this one is optimized, so that's good. We want to be focused on the local keywords. This homepage and service area, your homepage and service pages should all be focused on the Austin keywords related to those services. And then your service area pages would be like a mini homepage, which should be a summary of all your services, but then hyper-focused on the keywords in that city for those services, okay? This homepage here is the most important page of the entire website because it ties all of these pages together. When I look at these, let's see, save as. So this one here just has a date. So want to make sure we go back and we optimize every single one of these images and save them with those local keywords. So everything is optimized. Google is sending crawlers to your website that is going to index your website and keywords. It's going to look at every single image, video, and written content. I'm happy to see that you're doing blogs. That's awesome. Blogs every month adds new, fresh content, which Google loves. Now, this homepage here needs to have at least 1,500 words or more of written content. If your competition has 1,500 words, you will need more than they have. You'll want 1,800 or 2,000. So I think I got off track for a second there. As I was saying, Google is sending crawlers to your website, which are little mini robots that go and they scan all of the information. And so all of those pages, all of this content needs to be focused around those local keywords, because 90% of people, when they're searching online, especially in restoration, they've never been in this position before. They're not searching your name. They are searching for the services that they need. So they will be looking for water damage restoration Austin, Austin water damage, Austin water and fire, Austin fire and flood, right? Which is also your brand, but is also a local keyword. So we have to focus on the keywords they're actually using for those services, okay? You do get a little bit of a benefit because the keyword is also your brand, but people search differently. So you want to capitalize on the different ways they search to capitalize as much traffic as you can get to this website, okay? Now, your top ranking competitor for water damage in Austin is SERVPRO. Now, yes, they are a franchise, but you actually have an advantage over them, okay? You're not competing against an entire franchise, only these local locations in your service area. And each of these are different franchisees, and they're not allowed to really modify this content on the pages they're given. So all you have to do is better than they're doing. So that means more content and better quality content, focusing on the relative keywords that you want to focus on, and just doing better, having more long form blog articles, more pages, more content, okay? And all of those things are going to help you to be able to outrank SERVPRO in Austin. Now, as we all know, when your customers do a search, they'll do a search similar to this. And when they do, there's 3 main areas that your website can show up, okay? And we want it to be at the top. So one of the first places is always going to be ads. Those are cost per click ads, local service ads, and these can be extremely profitable to you, for you, as long as everything's dialed in, you have your processes dialed in, proper landing pages built for your ads, and you're not just sending them to the main website, because otherwise it's going to be like a money pit. So if that's the case, you need to optimize and fix those issues first. Now, these next 2 sections here are even more important, because this is where the bulk of people go when they're searching, okay? This section here, this is the Google Map Pack, your Google Business Profile, and you want your business to be one of these top 3 businesses here when your customers search, because 30% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. So if you're not one of these top 3 companies, you're leaving money on the table and quite literally handing them to your competitors. So in order to bring your business up here, you do have to further optimize that profile and go and get a bunch of citations, which are simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, website, and putting those in a bunch of directories, which are things like the Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's, and Houzz. Even your social media pages are citations, so you want to go out and get more and better quality than your competition has. And those are going to help you significantly when ranking your Google Business Profile. And then finally, this 3rd section here, this is your organic section. This is where 60 to 70% of people go. They will skip the ads and the maps and they come right here. So with your website not being listed here for this search, you're losing 60 to 70% of the available jobs for this keyword every single month. So in order for you to get here, okay, it all comes back down to the foundation of this website being properly built out with the right content and keyword strategy, and then supporting that with your backlink SEO. So if we look here, this is Ahrefs, a paid tool that we use to show how your website is performing. We can see you have a rating of a 2.3 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow, which means Google doesn't trust your website. And yes, that does have to do with the quality of your website, But more so, it's based on the power you send to your website. Your website is a tool, and like most tools we use, they require power. And so we power websites with backlinks, okay? And so while we do need a lot of backlinks, and we need good quality backlinks, it's important to understand that not all backlinks are created equal. You're only getting credit for one backlink per referring domain, because the referring domain is simply the website that is giving you that backlink. And so you have 737 links, 96 referring domains. So you got over 600 spammy links that are definitely helping dilute the score and bring it down. Okay. And so while we do need a lot of these good quality links, and we need more than our competition, we want to make sure we're getting the right kind, that they do follow links that are closely related to your business. So those are going to be coming from websites of similar businesses, other home service business websites and vendors, etc. Okay, and as you start getting those better quality links, this score goes up. Google's going to trust you more. It's going to promote your website higher. It's going to rank you higher. It's going to help you rank those keywords. Okay. Now, while you have been indexed for 44 keywords, you're only getting about 36 people on average to your website. If we look at the keywords, you do have quite a few here that are on the first page of Google, so that is great. The higher you are in this ranking, the more of this volume you can capture, okay? Typically, the highest positions can get 32 to 40% of this traffic, okay? Now, most of this is kind of branded around your brand. And so we do want to also focus on the other keywords and understand people search differently. So you want to capitalize on the different ways they search. So whether you're looking up water and fire restoration, fire and water restoration, Austin, water damage restoration, Austin, Austin water damage, we want to focus on those keywords. Not only index them and get them ranked, so you can start driving that traffic, okay? If we look at your competitor, their website as a whole has this high score, but this local area is only a 4.5. It's because they're not doing SEO, which makes sense because they can't do anything to fix their problem. But because their website has so much power, it is able to push the power to each of their service areas. And because of that added power, they are able to rank. They're able to get those keywords indexed, and they're able to drive traffic to their website. And looking at those keywords, they're also on the first page of Google for all of these good big money keywords. Water damage restoration, Austin. Water extraction, Austin. Water damage cleanup, Austin. That has this high volume here, okay? So we definitely want to focus on getting the good quality do follow links to support your page and to support these keywords here, and really hyper focus on those good buyer intent keywords, local buyer intent keywords. But yes, these guys are absolutely beatable if you apply the strategies I've just shown you today. So please feel free to take this information, run with it, apply it yourself, and get started today and start helping more people. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in growth, give us a call at Peterson SEO, because this is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So please feel free to ask any questions that you might have, respond to my email, give me a call, or send us a text, and we'd be happy to chat. And I also love it if you could just send me an email and let me know your thoughts on this video so I can continue to make them better. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon.